Do you think, in any way, shape, or form, there could have been an NRLW something over there? Whether it was a grand final rematch, whether it was Australia versus New Zealand, whether it was a state of origin game. Do you think we sold ourselves short? The NRL as a product sold themselves short as well by not saying, hey, not only do we have the best entertainers in men's competition, but check out what our girls can do. Because some of those NRLW games and some of the NRLW players, very skillful and they're very good games.
Look, yes, is the short answer. I don't think they could take a competitive NRLW game, being that it's not in season and it's months before the season proper kicks off. There are a few games going on in Queensland. I think it's the New South Wales Cup version of what they've got going on up there. Of course, our Harvey Norman Cup coincides with the NRLW, so there's no week to week in New South Wales. If they'd thrown in Australia and New Zealand together, I have no doubt we would have had some quality players throw up their hands to play. Some would have said, hey, we've got work or we've got other contracts. Some are playing rugby, some are up the coast. You know, it wouldn't have been the best. But, I mean, we follow a few players on Instagram. And, I mean, Emerton Nagado is never not in great shape. And you couldn't convince me we couldn't find 30 or even 40, 20 of each to go over there and play a game. I think that's something that will happen in the future because, you know, the NFL is the elite competition in America in every single aspect. There's not really a female version of that over there. So we could have gone over and said, hey, look what we can do. And I believe it would have been met with holy moly, these girls are good. So, yes, probably in the future. Though.
Yeah, my response to that when someone mentioned it on NRL today was it couldn't be round one because the competition only goes for, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and then you have your finals. So the competition for the women's usually happens after our state of origin and after their state of origin as well. So they play state of origin and then they get into the season proper. But you could have had a grand final rematch. You could have had an All-Stars game. Could have had Australia versus New Zealand, or you could have just said to 40 women, "Hey, who can go over there?" And then you know what we'll do? We'll do an All-Stars draft, and you just pick it out of a hat. You pick your props out of a hat. You pick your backs out of a hat. And you just get a fun game. I think they did let themselves down a little bit there, and I like you, I do think that there will be something in the future that they can maybe look at, and I'll probably rip our podcast off from this now, but I'm all for it. I hope it happens.